So this is Brani from Vodafone, who's kindly going to give us a few minutes of her time just to briefly talk about what's happening in Vodafone, the main issues this year from a business perspective.
From a business perspective. So do you want to start talking about how it is, what it's like to work at Vodafone?
Yeah.
Should we start there? So I've worked for Vodafone for about 8 years, and it's we've got new buildings just on the outskirts of Newbury, in Berkshire, which is in south of England. It's a very kind of it's a market town, so it's quite sleepy. Well, even though it's on the M4 corridor and there's access to London and everything else. So we've just got Microsoft up the road in Reading. The building itself is 7 long buildings full of glass. They're very open. There's sort of water that runs. They're sort of strewn like sort of a derailed train, if you like. And there's 7 of them, and there's a water feature that runs through the middle. There's a restaurant which is supplemented by the company, so the food is good. There's good options, variety, and it's cheap. The environment is the climate within the building is very nice. Everything is we have windows that open in the night and cooling bars and that kind of thing. It's all very eco. The sort of air conditioning is very eco-friendly. There's green travel incentives. So if you walk to work or share a car going to work, or get the bus to work, the bus is free, and you get money for not taking your car to work. So I cycle. Sometimes I get the bus when it's raining. So it's a really nice environment. It never stops. It never stops. There's so many products. We're not just talking about one product. You know, we are the largest provider for the largest market share in the business space. That's corporate, small to medium-sized businesses and small businesses, and then obviously we've got a large proportion of the consumer market as well. And you have people who are focused on working for the business-to-business side of their business, and people who are focused on working on the consumer side of the business. And then you have support teams who support those people. So for likes of, you've got public relations, you've got HR, you've got legal, and that's the kind of way it's made up.
So people who have come in from on the business side, do they have kind of business degrees, or would they have kind of wireless development degrees, or what?
They come from all over the place. We have some contractors. We have people who've worked in other countries and Vodafone in other countries. Some of them would have maybe engineering degrees. It depends what part of the business they're in, obviously. Some of them have a technical background. Some of them have marketing backgrounds. A lot of people can come in with some qualifications, but then actually get more qualifications while they're at Vodafone. So you can do diplomas and that kind of thing. So the business side of Vodafone specifically is very interesting at the moment. The business as a whole is changing what it does and what it's always done for 20 odd years, which is sell mobile phones, sell mobile products, to a more total communications company. So we are now doing a more consultative sell around finding out what the business needs and trying to have simple products. And trying to take the stress out of maybe deploying those products in bigger businesses. So we're the next year or so we're going to be focusing on trying to change the Vodafone brand from a mobile brand, for people seeing it as just a mobile company, into okay, I can have all of my communication needs addressed by Vodafone. So whether that's fixed line, broadband, mobile broadband, email on the move, you know, your BlackBerries, that kind of thing, your data cards. So we're doing a whole host of things, and that means the job's very interesting. Because, for example, I mean, I would look after on an average day. We'll talk about data cards, which is these are 2 versions of the data card. They're both 3G broadband, which is download links of over 1 megabyte, so it's a similar experience to real broadband. This one's a USB one, so it's more ubiquitous. It goes into Macs and PCs, laptops. And this one is a slightly older version, but still the same, which goes into the Express parcel. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about email on the move. We sell 3 different email products: a BlackBerry version, a Microsoft version, and our own version. So you can get email on normal handsets now. You don't have to go in specifically buy a BlackBerry. And going forward in the year, as well as looking at addressing the total communications sort of change shift in the company, we'll be looking at those products and other products. We're looking at applications, what we call line of business applications. So applications that businesses already use, specific PC-based tools that businesses already use. Like job scheduling, for example. If you're a gas man, you're on the move and you can see when your next job is coming in and that kind of thing. Actually mobilising that business application and putting it on your phone. So one that we're doing at the moment is a purchase order thing. So if you're a senior person who has to approve lots of purchase orders in a day, you can do it on your handset. You don't have to be in the office, so it doesn't start up the process. It's those kind of things we're looking at. And then once you've kind of got all these products in a business, we're then going to be looking at managing all that for you. So what we're calling managed support services. So taking away that and becoming a help desk. So if you're a business with 200 people, for example, and you don't have the time and expertise as an IT manager to support the BlackBerries that you've got, the data cards that you've got, we can then, for a small charge per person per day or per month, actually then deal with your customers and to help them out with their problems with fix things and support them and install things for them and all that kind of stuff. So you can see the shift that we're going from as a company. Is we're going to mobile phones for 20 years, and the last 2-3 years has been around moving more into data space as well as from the business side, and then moving into a consultative sell supported by managed services. So that's where we're going.
So I guess that in itself is going to create all sorts of other job opportunities within.
I mean it's a fast moving business, and there's quite a young culture on Vodafone, and people are always looking to move and shift, and there's quite a you can work with people for 6 months and then they might move into a different job. So there's always an opportunity like that. We've got a good website with vodafone.co.uk/careers, I think, where you can put in your information, your details, your CV, and we will match you to any roles that come up and email you and that kind of thing. So that's quite useful. And we do advertising for jobs in sort of vertical, depending on what the job is, we'll advertise accordingly and that kind of thing. So it's always worth keeping your eyes peeled.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Thank you very much.